Hooray, it's Thursday with Courtney. I'm coming to you from the beautiful central coast of New South Wales in Australia. I'm a local Stampin' Up demonstrator here, and I'm live every Thursday here on both my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. You may sometimes find me on Instagram as well. So not always there because of the glitchy things that these things do, but you know how it is. So I just want to say hello. So if you're joining me today, be it your first time, be it whatever, I think I'm up to a couple of hundred videos. If you want to check them out on YouTube, you can. But yeah, if you are joining me for the first time, welcome. Please pop into the messages and say hello. And if it's not your first time, please let me know that you're here. Okay, so Stampin' Up have got a couple of great things happening at the moment. With July, the beginning of July, there was some fabulous new things. There is a new welcome box. There is a new way to join. I firmly believe that getting things as a discount is the way to go. I don't believe in paying full price if you have the choice. So consider the joining offer, $175 Australian, and you'll get a $240 credit that will land on your account straight away. You can either use it straight away or you can use it at a later date. The choice is yours, and you get an immediate 20% discount on all of your products and things like that. Voucher is just perfect. There is a new stamp of the month, a product of the month, which is what we're using today. It's called Begonia Belle. It's really pretty. It's like there's lots of flowers. Where Stampin' Up loves flowers. Okay, I don't know if you can see it up here in the top corner. Let me just flick my screen over and we'll see what happens. So this is Begonia Belle. It is a standalone stamp set. It is the Stampin' Up product of the month. Now last month our stamp set sold out with 10 days left to go of the month. So if this is something that is up your alley, can I please suggest that you get into it sooner rather than later? To qualify for this, you need to spend 125 Australian dollars, and then you can get this beautiful two-step stamping stamp set for $9. Okay, you only get the option of getting it once, you can only purchase it once, so there won't be a lot of them out there if you decide at a later date that you want it. Now, what I have done is I have pulled over our Brights collection, and I've stamped some flowers. Okay, so we've got our Coastal Cabana one, which green's not a flower colour, that I do know that. But that's Coastal Cabana. These ones here is your afternoon. Now, I actually did those two the opposite way around. This is the correct way, I believe, although, you know, hey, this one still looks okay, but this one's got more definition. So the main outline sort of stamp is done in full colour, and the second one is stamped off. So have a piece of scratch paper with you when you're using this. Good old Daffodil Delight. Why is there, there's not that many colours? Oh, I didn't do a green one. All right, whatever. This is Poppy Parade. This is Berry Burst, my favourite pumpkin pie. And this is a combination of pumpkin pie and Daffodil Delight. So they all work. Now, what I was looking at, and I'm not sure if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, that's cool, and it's a bit hard to show it to you. However, what I was looking at was the beautiful example that Stampin' Up have given us. So it's a really pretty card. I don't think this lets me, oh, it does let me share my screen. Let's see, is it going to make me pick which one? That one there, this one here. Okay, this beautiful card here is the one that we are going to recreate. Okay, just so that you can see that. Now I can stop stamp. How do I stop it? Right, we're going to hide it again, and there we are, we're back. Okay, so that is the one that we're going to recreate. So might tease it up a little bit, might Courtney it up a little bit, but essentially I've got all very similar products. So look, how's that? You know that I love Baker's Twine. This is from the Essentials pack. There's not much left of this one. Might need to get a new pack, but that's the white. Okay, we saw that on there. We saw a little black, and it had little crosses on it. However, this is from, get the paper cut, the artistically sketched range. So I'll just cut a piece out of here, which is a whole black and white paper pack. So I've got this piece here. However, I'm going to show you how to do something a little bit different. If you wanted to copy that as close as possible to getting it, this piece will work for you. Okay, it's got some pretty flowers on the other side, very similar to this. Okay, so I've got a piece of paper to do my flowers because I can't decide what color. If anyone wants to comment, because I can see that there's a couple of you on there, anyone wants to comment what 3 colors I should do. I think I definitely need the berry burst in there. I really should have bought crushed curry over. I think crushed curry would be perfect. But anyway, I was hanging out with my brights. The reason why I was hanging out with the brights was because I wanted to make it so that if you were joining, you could get the whole colour family and you could make this colour. Okay, so that's my envelope. We don't need that on the table yet. There's a piece of scrap just in case, my ins and my outs. I've cut a plain black mat for my card. Hello, how you going? And I've got a front and a back. Now the reason why I bought over a front is I can replace it with this piece here. However, I'll show you what we can do if you don't have any designer series paper. Oh, we're getting some vibration with my voice. I'll stop screaming at you. Is that a bit better, Lisa? Does that feel, maybe you turn the volume down a bit. Oh, maybe I've got mine turned up. I'm not sure. Right, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. There's a really cool stamp in here that's a bit of texture that we can use instead. Okay, so we'll see. So, and I also bought a piece of basic white, nice and thick to make our card base. So, can we, all right, can we get some votes on some colours? So, is there any particular colours that on the sample they've definitely used Berry Burst. I'm thinking that looks like the other one looks like it could be Real Red or it could be Poppy Parade. And so essentially I'm thinking they've used these 3. So, and I'm happy to go with the same. I'm not doing blue flowers, so you can just not even think about that. So I'm thinking we could go with the same 3 that they've used on the sample. What do you reckon? Okay. And they have used on the sample, it looks like Old Olive. However, I brought over the Granny Apple Green because that's in the same family. So, is it a little bit better now, Lisa? I don't feel like I'm shouting at you now. Let's stamp some flowers. Oh, okay. Let's move that to there. See if that brightens her up a bit. Oh boy, we went so fuzzy. And fixes. That makes it a little bit brighter. Sometimes we've changed the lights around. So I think this light that's hanging out down the bottom here is giving us a bit of grief. Okay. So this is just a plain piece of basic white. The stamps are quite nice and big. You will need some D blocks. Okay, and looking at that, there is a plethora of leaves on there. There is heaps. Then we've got these little tiny buds and little tiny leaves. Okay, so, and there's even a smaller leaf. So there's heaps and heaps of leaves on here. Okay, all right, Lisa will be joining us again in a minute. You want to pick some colours before you go? Okay. All right, so you do need a piece of scratch paper or something to stamp off onto you. So I've got a little piece of grid paper here. This one here is our bigger one. We'll go from the lightest to the darkest because just in case I don't clean my stamp as well as I would like, because I did notice that when I was doing the Berry Burst one before, I did get a little bit stuck in it. Now these Daffodil Delight is not the wettest stamp I've got. Now I do notice it looks like they've stamped and fussy cut them more than once. I don't think I'll be doing that. So there is a Daffodil Delight. Now for step 2, you have to stamp it off. So stamp it off there. Now you need to get over the top of it quite a bit, I noticed, to get it in the right spot. So sorry if you got the top of my head there, but there's our first flower. Now it does lend itself to having a couple of layers and cutting a couple of layers to make that flower pop up. So you can actually double layer this flower. Okay, as you can see on this one here, you could actually cut this top piece out and stick it on top again. Right? But we're not going to do that. But that is an option, okay? So that's our Daffodil Delight. Very, very pretty. Give this a clean. Make sure you clean it well, even though we are going to a darker, or do I want to do, yeah, we'll go to Poppy Parade. We are going to go with the same colours I've used on the sample from Stampin' Up. To me, that's gone fuzzy. Is that fuzzy for everybody else? And we're clear again. So changing of the light at this time of day. So our big one. So if Amanda's on here, she'll be okay. I reckon she'd be okay with this one because to fussy cut, because it's quite a big stamp. All right. And the big one, stamp it off, lean over it appropriately, put your head in the picture, and you can sort of see, because you can see through it, you can see where you've got to land to give you that definition. Probably could have come across a little bit more, but that's okay. That's the beauty of it. It still looks absolutely fabulous. Yeah, Karen, everyone else has had vibration as well. I'm not sure what's going on. All right. I don't want to stop and restart, but I probably... Okay. Have we fixed the vibration for Lisa? They are pretty colours, aren't they, Karen? There's a vibration stopped now. This one here is Berry Burst. Okay, now my Berry Burst is a new one, so it is super juicy. I will get a spoon and give it a massage. Now, if you're getting new stamp pads, you will notice that they come super juicy. Give them a bit of a massage with the back of a spoon. You can also use a block. You can use your bone folder. I have noticed if I use my bone folder though, what happens is that it has a tendency to get stained. And it's funny because I don't mind some things getting stained, but I don't like the bone folder getting stained. That looks better. And this guy, number 2. All right, let's see if I can get this one on here better. Hold my tongue right. All the planets are aligning. And there we go. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Okay, so we got our 3 flowers. And we need some granny apple green leaves. Now they've used heaps of leaves. So we'll get a few leaves out. I should have done the little flowers while I was at it. All right. A leaf. Another leaf. And 4. Gosh, you're going to spend a bit of time watching me cut out. 5 leaves. And 5 leaf innards. The leaf is a lot more forgiving think this needs re-inking. I could probably get away with just sticking it straight on here, you know. Just make sure your point's in the right spot. Okay. Now while we've got that out, I'm going to use one of my inside pieces. And you know what? I'm thinking it's not going to get a flower. It's just going to get a couple of leaves, I think. And the same with my envelope. Just gives it a nice little bit of texture. Alright, so I'll just bring the envelope in and I'll give the envelope some leaves as well. You know what? It's getting one there and half a leaf. Okay. And that one. And that one. You could also stamp all over the back here, but you're going to be, I'm sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with it. You're going to be watching me fussy cut a bit, so otherwise I'll be here forever. We do need some of these little leaves. And pretty sure that's not supposed to go in there, but I thought it looked alright. And then there's the little tiny flowers. And we'll do Daffodil Delight version. And I'm going to do a Poppy Parade one. I'm only going to do 2 of those. And then we're going to fussy cut them. Okay, so no dies with this step. However, we all have our snips. Now I know that if Amanda's watching, she'll be choking at the moment. But these are nice big images, which are quite easy to fussy cut and getting a good effect. Now you'll notice that on the sample there is an edge all the way around them. If we need extra leaves, we can always do extra leaves, but we don't need, everything doesn't need to be popped up. So one of the beauties about using a piece of white is that we can get away with having our leaves not necessarily popped up. If we're using patterned paper, then you're going to see the little lines through the leaves, and that's okay. So when you're fussy cutting, these guys have got like a rugged edge on them. Doesn't need to be perfect. It's better if it looks fairly similar in size. Just slowly close your scissors and let the paper do the moving, okay? You'll find that you get a more accurate snip with these guys when you do that. All right. Am I still tinny as fuzzy, whatever the problem was? There's one leaf. Flower is just as quick. If Lisa's still around, do you have begonias in your yard, Lisa? These are very pretty flowers. I could just imagine you growing these. She grows some amazing roses. I'm not sure what the other, I can't remember the name of the other flower that she likes. Dahlias, I think. They're big ones. I always take photos of them at the release to show for her. Alright. These would be pretty on a scrapbook page as well, I'm thinking. especially if you're scrapping someone out in the garden and whatnot. And so I could tell you what's happening in Stampin' Up world at the moment. Well, let me see. Bit fuzzy, no. Never grown them, keen on it. Yeah, dahlias all the way. I thought so. What's happening in Stampin' Up world? Well, lots is happening. I told you about our new welcome box last week. For those that missed it, if you're thinking about joining, there is a box called a welcome box that will come, which has got a really cool little. It's got a stamp set. It's got a kit in it. It's got a mini garbage bin that everybody's dying for, a pencil case, a whole heap of other goodies that, as demonstrators, we can't necessarily. We can get it for a couple of days. We'll be able to get it for, I think, a week, but it's predominantly for newbies. So for our newbies, whilst you're waiting for your big brown box to arrive, you'll get a pretty decorated welcome box, and you'll be able to start crafting straight away. Okay, and that'll just arrive. And that one comes free. No postage is required for it. You just have to join. So when you join, you pay $175. You'll get a voucher for $240, which you can spend on product of your choice. And you can go over it, and anything over the top of it will get you your 20% discount. And the welcome box will arrive separately, but all your other goodies will come in the mail. Coming tomorrow is a new product to us. It's a new one. It's the first version of this particular version. There are other versions out, but it's a hot foil system. It goes with our cut and emboss machine. And what it does is there's special dies, special stamps, special foil related items so that you can put some hot foil, glimmery, sparkly gold, silver, rose, all that sort of stuff onto your cards and take them up another level. So that's starting tomorrow. Unless you're a demonstrator, we can already get it because, you know, demonstrators, that's one of the perks of being a demonstrator. Aside of the 20% discount and higher depending on how much your buyers spend or sell, because you don't have to sell anything. The choice is yours. But if it's starting tomorrow for everybody, but it's $244. So you could actually get it for the $175 because you could use your voucher towards it. Just saying, if it's on your radar, that is something to seriously consider. Or if you don't have a cut and emboss machine, you could get a cut and emboss machine and a few other goodies. So there's lots of options when you join. Okay, now I'm just cutting away, chatting to myself. All right. So yeah, so it starts tomorrow for everybody. They thought that they might have to wait a bit longer, but they've secured stock, which is excellent. So it's this version of this foiling system is new to the market, and Stampin' Up are the first ones to be able to sell it. It's not exclusive to us, but we're going to be the first ones that will be able to sell this particular version of it. And this particular version works perfectly with our cut and emboss machine. So something to keep in mind. We will have exclusive stamps and dies and stuff like that go with it, which is also good. At the moment, I'd say there's probably about 8 to 10 options for stamps and dies. There's some really nice background foiling options. I really like the little dots and all that sort of stuff. And keep in mind that we do, and I don't know when there's going to be the next one, but they do regular free shipping, and you can get free shipping on it as well when the time comes if you're got that in your cart. I don't think any of my friends have got it at the moment, but I know that there's a couple of us that are watching to see. Oh, and if you do get the hot foil system, just so that you know that you don't need to, there's actually a class available on how to use it. You don't need to buy that because it comes with the system if you buy ours. But they are aware that other people have got foiling systems out there, so they might not be getting it straight away. All right, so there's lots of different things happening. Okay, but this little guy, this stamp set is a 2-step stamp set. It is the product of the month. I'm going to cut that off because I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use the actual leaf. I'm not a fan of the fact that I put that little one in the middle, but that's all right. I just need some little leaves because I don't want them all to be the same size. Little leaf. Oh lordy, I've got paper everywhere. What's your favourite colour out of all these, guys? Yeah, Seda's telling me the audio quality even on Instagram is struggling as well. So I'm not sure what's going on. I had a bit of trouble getting on today. I don't know, it might be, I don't know what it is, but I had trouble getting the second camera up. And I know that you can't only have one camera. It's funny, I've got to do a course for work. And they said, oh, you might need to come in so that they can make sure that they can see you on the Zoom and they've got to be able to see this. And I went, oh gosh, I do it at home. They can see me in 3 different angles because I've got 3 different cameras here. And I just went, oh, okay, maybe you can do it at home. They're all pretty cool, aren't they, Karen? Nice combination of colours. And we've got some, I mean, strawberry slush would be beautiful in it as well. What do you reckon you'd like the best? Anyone got a favourite colour that there's, I think, that is their go-to? I know Lola really likes melon mango. That's the colour I didn't bring over. I was thinking there's a colour missing. I didn't bring melon mango over, but I know that Laurie likes that colour. Actually, that'd look pretty smick in melon mango, wouldn't they? Got to hold my tongue right for these guys. I'm going to cut them so that they stay joined together just to make my life a bit easier because I think they'll disappear on me otherwise. I also brought over Secret Sea. Now, why did I bring over Secret Sea? Because I love it. I'm finding that I'm using it more and more instead of black because it's not so dark. And I don't know, there's something about it. It is probably my new favourite dark colour. At the moment it is anyway. Oh my gosh, I cut it too small. Now I'm having trouble fiddling with it. Come on, round we go. Last little one. Okay. Right. Consider them done. Okay, so they're done. So instead of doing, so I could just use this if I wanted to. Yes, lots of fussy cutting. I can just hear Amanda groaning right now. What's the second colour on the left? Oh, Facebook's glitching for you, is it, Cheryl? We've got Poppy Parade, Berry Burst, Pumpkin Pie, and a combination of Pumpkin Pie and Daffodil Delight. All right. If we wanted to, we could just do it like this. But there is also another option. Okay, we've got our Secret Sea. There is this tiny little lines, dots stamp. And I'm thinking that I probably need to, they're in a straight line. So the choice is yours whether you continue them to be in a straight line or you make them diagonal. Whatever you do, my suggestion is that you make them all go together, like make them all the same. Does that make sense? In the same direction. So, but I'm not going to do it all over. I'm just going to do part of it. All right, looks a bit dodgy up here and a bit pointy down there. Okay, so you can give yourself a pattern background, okay, and that will work quite nicely for you. Okay. Now the other thing I brought over is these guys. This is one of our Stampin' journaling pens that get sold in a packet of 2 or 3. Don't remember off the top of my head, but they are fabulous. Okay, so we are going to do a couple of things with that, and I will show you as we go. So let's start building this up. This piece here is going to get attached directly to, oh, I've got stuff all over the bench. Just clean this off because I'm getting it all over everything. This piece is getting attached to our black piece for the back. All right. Then it's going to be a matter of deciding which is the top and which is the bottom. Now, you may have noticed that our flowers on our sample were all crunched up. So these are very flat, okay? What you can do with your piecing mat is you can give them a bit of shape. All right. With the flowers, you can shape them a bit just using the end of your bone folder. You can crunch them if you want to. They do look quite nice crunched as well. And you can also trace out some of the areas that are petals. Okay? Just to shape your flowers a bit. Now, if you were doing paper towel, where you go layer upon layer, there's about 8 or 9 layers here with flowers. But that just gives that petal a little bit of extra shape. Now you'll, oh, they're fuzzy. Not sure if you can see it on there. See how, maybe. I want to show you that you can see some of the lines I pushed through. You can come back from the other side and give that a little bit of a press as well, just to shove it up in the other direction. And what that's doing is going to give your flower a little bit of shape. Okay? Just raises it up a little bit. All right, we'll do this one as well. Okay, softens it up a little bit. You can also do this sort of thing to bring it around a bit. Okay, so there's a couple of different techniques that you can do with your flower there. Okay, just so that it's not a flat flower. All right, I do like the idea of cutting it numerous times to give it a bit of depth. Okay, so when we're clustering our flower up, all right, can you see where we're going with this? I might just stick that on so that I don't have to do that way. I'll just stick this on here. So when you see a Stampin' Up card that's made by the design team of Stampin' Up, they have a motto called casing. Stands for copy and share everything. Copy and selectively edit. The choice is yours. Okay? Where did that bone folder go? Let's give these leaves a bit of. looks like husband is home. So we're going to build our flowers up, because that's got the most texture, that's going on the top. All right. They can see you. Okay. All right. I think I've got enough leaves. But you can see how that background also works, and it works very nicely. Okay. Oh, Lisa, I can understand why you like this. Now I've got 4. That's 4. So yeah, five leaves is going to cut it nice. Just giving it a little bit of more bending. Yeah, 5 leaves are going to cut it perfectly. Where did the one go that the little one? See, I told you I'd lose something. There's another one there. And then these guys can sit on there as well. We don't have a sentiment yet. Did you notice? Right, so I've got these tiny little strips. We all end up with little strips everywhere. Okay, so there is best wishes, you are my sunshine. Thank you for everything you do. Sending lots of happiness your way. So there's quite a bit of choice on there when it comes to sentiments. All right, so I have stuck best wishes on to my block, and this piece here is cut to 1 centimetre. And look at how perfect it fits. Okay, so with that happening there, I can just snip that like so. And then I've got a piece of black to sit it on. Now, they're both the same size, all right? So what I'm going to have a tendency to do today is I'm going to push that up a little bit, and then I'll trim this one here like so. And you can't even tell that that's not black. All right, so, and then just pop a little bit of glue along the bottom here. Grit my teeth, make sure it hold my tongue in the right spot, and there's our sentiment. Okay, let's close that up so I don't stick anything in it. Okay, so let's do our actually sticking down. So you're going to go up there. Now, what I'm going to do is find my dimensionals on the table somewhere. Here they are here. Okay. So with the dimensionals, and you've seen me do this before, I'm going to put a bit of glue down the bottom, and I'm going to stick a dimensional up the top. Now, what that does is give me a little bit of play, so that I've got this guy's flat down here, but up here's got some added height. All right. That flower is going to go over the top there. It's going to sit on dimensionals, so I'm going to need to put quite a few dimensionals on this guy. And I'm bringing them in from the edge a little bit. The reason I'm bringing them in from the edge is so that I've got the opportunity to sneak those leaves underneath. Okay, so that one's going to sit up there. This guy's going to sit down here. Again, it's going to have a dimensional under the top of the leaf, under this part here, and some glue under here. This guy's not glued down yet, remember? Okay, and that one's going to sit up there. All right, so this flower here is going to be underneath. And I'm looking at this one thinking, okay, I'm going to put that one on there flat. All right, and then this one is going to pop up. Maybe it needs to send up there a bit because I want a little bit more room down the bottom here. Okay, this guy's going to go on dimensionals. And again, putting them in a little bit from the edges, just so I can sneak those leaves in underneath. And yeah, this guy's going to go on flat. Okay. So when I'm putting this guy on flat, I am putting the glue in the middle as well. Hi Dimity, how you going? All right. Don't push it over the edge too far because you want to make sure it's going to fit in your envelope. Okay, that one there is going to come, or maybe it's not up far enough. That's fine. Okay. No, it's going to go under there. So that flower's just going to be peeking through. Okay, so this guy needs a bit of glue under here and a dimensional at the top. Your minis would be perfect for this, but I don't have any with me. And again, I still have not attached this one here yet. Okay. Let me see. That one's sort of sneaking, hiding at the back there. No, this is going to get tucked under. It doesn't want to stay up on the top. It's not liking being up there. Another one, glue at the bottom so that it sits flat, and this one will be the same, and dimensional at the tip of our leaf. Now you'll notice I haven't put my ribbon on yet, but I am planning to still. Okay, so I still haven't attached those two. Didn't take the dimensional back off. Oh, it's hard being on holidays, Amanda. You missed all the fussy cutting, love. It's doing it special for you. Look at it all. All right. This stamp set is perfect for fussy cutting. Okay, now I need the little leaves. I've lost one of them. So we need this little guy because I lost the other one. It's developed some legs. Whoops. I saved this fussy cutting especially for you, Amanda. All right. Because I knew that you didn't want to miss it all. Yeah. All right. Little tiny leaf. These two are still not stuck down. Ooh, I can see shiny. Okay. This one here is going to go up there with the yellow flowers. Did you see that? It just disappeared right in underneath there. It didn't want to stay. And this little one, yeah, I can see you're really upset, Amanda. It's going to go down there. All right. Now, we haven't put our ribbon on, our trim on yet. Because of the way that this is working out, it's just going to need messy trimming, okay? So I'm going to take these guys off using a piece of my double-sided adhesive, tear and tape. I'm just going to very messily add some loopy bits. Why I say very messily? Because you can, and it's not going to be a problem. Now they're just going to hide underneath there, and once I put my other pieces on, they'll stick out wherever they like. That piece is being a bit curly. All right. I should have done the whole thing with the bone folder before I stuck it down. All right. I like what it's doing there, so I want to force it to stay there. All right. So taking all these guys off and adding this beauty onto here will now hold that part of the twine in place. And then we're going to do the same with this bit. It's all sticking out over here, but you know what? Have dimensionals will make them do some work. Okay. Come on, happy come. All right. Also perfect time if you want to add some bling or do anything like that. This little guy is going to get stuck with some dimensionals on the back. The minis again would have been perfect for this, but they're on the other table. It does need to. Okay. Make sure she's straight. Got to hold my tongue in the right way. Now, looking good. However, let's make it look even better. Let's put the inside in, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. So just to take it up a notch, there's my inside. There's some pretty colours. I'm thinking crushed curry, or actually the new golden glow would look nice, wouldn't it? It's such a pretty stamp set. Alright, so put this one on the inside. Make sure it's straight. Okay, using our marker, I've had a tendency to like doing a little bit of doodling. Okay, so we can come down here and do a little bit of doodling. Okay, doesn't need to be straight, doesn't need to be perfect, but does need to go around things. So don't run over something that you've already got there. Okay, and depending on which way you like to do it will depend on how you pull it through. Now you can add a little knot, like a bit of string, and it just adds a little bit of extra. If you do that on the front, can I suggest that you do it on the inside? Now you may find the longer stretch a little bit more difficult. I have a tendency to go that way with them. If you get a bit crooked, all right, the longer one, let's go that way. If you get a bit crooked, don't stress, but also add your knot, okay? And it just changes it just that little bit. You can also do that on your envelope. It won't affect the mailing of it. Okay, it won't stop it from getting franked correctly. but it makes it all play matchy. All right, just changes it up a little bit. What do you think? Here's what we started with. I'll go back to it. Here's what we started with, okay? And here's what we've got. Who did it better? All right. Best wishes, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's crafting with Courtney. We're using Begonia Belle. Here is this one. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Amanda. It is the stamp set of the month, or the product of the month, which happens to be a stamp set. 2-step stamping, some nice sentiments on there, nice bit of texture, and yeah, some really pretty colors. Love to see what you guys do with it. If you have this stamp set already, feel free to send me some pictures. Yeah, isn't it pretty? Alrighty, it was good to see you all. I will see you next week. I look forward to seeing those that are coming to retreat this weekend, and then class in a couple of weeks. So if you're interested in joining us for classes or retreat, please watch the Facebook page. I do also put them on my Stampin' Up bags, that one at stampinup.com page. So yeah, if you're interested in attending classes, I'm on the New South Wales Central Coast. I also do class in the bag, class in the mail, whichever way you want to put it. If you would like to be involved in that, you can. For those people that are overseas that I can't send product to, I do also have available my PDFs on my Etsy. So if you look up bags, that one on Etsy, you'll find me there. Okay. All right. With all that said and done, it was good to see you all. Have a fabulous weekend. Hope you get some crafting done. It's July. It's only 6 months till Christmas. So maybe some Christmas stamping, hey? What do you reckon? Might do a Christmas card next week. Yeah, let's do a Christmas card next week. I'll see you all back here for that then. All right.